I mean, we could go into what could be next at this point because we pretty much already went over what happens in the rest of this chapter, as we already know. And I mean, just off the top of my head, Sukuna using the 10 shadows, right?
It hasn't even started yet, Like, I wonder if Gojo... No, Gojo certainly doesn't have anything else now, I think, after what we've seen here. But, yeah, like, surely, if the domain, like, if this breaks the domain, then does he bring out Megumi's domain? That could be something else we haven't suspected as well. Like, we all thought that his... like Megumi's domain would, like kind of have something to do with his own domain initially, but that hasn't kind of been the case at all. And now, like what's going on there? I want to know. Show me, man. Bring out the 10 shadows. I want to see Maharaga again.
So,
yeah.
Last time you guys weren't here, but we talked about Gojo's maximum technique. And at least me, Quirkless Shinobi, and we agreed that we haven't seen it yet, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure he hasn't used it, and I don't think Hollow Purple is Limitless's maximum technique. So, Diavolo and Operator, what are you guys' thoughts on pretty much Gojo's maximum technique? Do you, like, give it any thought at all?
Bro, no, until you spoke about that, I hadn't know. I know, like, I reread the previous, like, 6 chapters today, just to give myself a refresher, and yeah, Hollow Purple definitely wasn't a maximum technique. It was Shoko's. It was probably Shoko's maximum technique, and then she probably like imbued it by like dancing more and everything. But I think it would be cool to see a maximum technique from Gojo. Has he even had the need to use one in the past? That's what I'm wondering. Like, has he even, does he have one? Surely.
Maximum output is a globe. That's not exactly the same thing against Toji.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like I think like I'm a subscriber to the fact that like if he has anything, like he may have like a yellow to go with the primary color thing. That's just me. As far as it goes, like if he has like a maximum, I've always been another subscriber to the fact that like if he can control space, he probably has something very similar to like Kamui, and not where like he can like have things phase through him, or like he can phase out, or like some things like that. I don't know. He's supposedly able to control space and time, and Yuki does specifically make a mention of when she's talking about how she had to be careful with her mass technique, and how Kenjaku probably has to be careful with his gravity technique, because reality bending curse techniques like that can literally bring an end to just the world as we know it if people like that have techniques like that aren't capable. And I'm pretty sure she does mention someone having a time technique when she brings that up. So, and she doesn't doesn't mention anyone who has it, but I think it is mentioned in even back in Volume 0 that Gojo's technique lets him control space and time. So like time travel or so, I don't know, that'd be crazy.
Whoa. Oh my god. Well, I don't know if you guys follow One Punch Man. We kind of just got over some time travel stuff and that was really splitting the community there. But I didn't even think about that. Wow. If he can manipulate time and just... Man, what would he even... I guess just go back to when the fight starts. I don't know.
I would like
Dio
it more
or
as like
Diavolo shit.
Yeah, I would like it more as Dio, like, or Star Platinum, where he can kind of pause time momentarily for like a very specific short amount of time, rather than he can... Because I was the same with like One Punch Man. I love the end of the 5, but time travel was always such a way to like... It makes things seem easy to get out of it, like it makes it seem like a cop-out sometimes if it's not done perfectly well. And so many like Tokyo Revengers and all these other series that like they have this aspect of time travel, and they can either be hated or loved, and it's so 50-50 to use, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know.
I'm with Diavolo on this, that it does have to be used sparingly, because time and space, they are linked, so it's not completely out of the realm of possibility for him to warp something around that. But if they're going to go that route, it could get dumb really fast if Gege's not careful.
Yeah, like 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
Gojo, because of like how broken he is. Like, imagine if it's just because he can time travel. It's just like, oh, I understand now. I am sorry, Gege, for ever doubting you. But yeah, no, I wouldn't want to see that from him, to be honest.
I'm curious what you guys thought about Dismantle and Cleave in this, because we didn't really see... I'm not sure if we saw Dismantle on Gojo, because his shirt didn't get ripped.
Once, and it missed. and hit the building behind him, didn't it? In the like previous chapter, he hasn't used.
I'm
it
pretty sure,
throughout.
are you saying like dismantle within Malevolent Shrine?
In Malevolent Shrine.
Oh yeah, no, good boy. Sorry about that.
I think he was just hit by
whatchamacallit?
Cleave.
Yeah, because at least if I remember how it was described, specifically Malevolent Shrine, I think dismantle only targets inanimate objects. So like in Shibuya, all the buildings and the infrastructure damage, that was all dismantle, whereas everything with cursed energy, that was with cleave.
Ah, okay. Because interesting. I always thought he cleaved Mimiko and Nanako, then dismantled them. If that makes sense, when he made them disappear into dust. So like that was how I thought his technique worked. That he might have needed to hit a slash to dismantle, but yeah, I don't know.
But first, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Mecha Japan. Mecha Japan is an online store that sells products from major Japanese licenses, such as Jujutsu Kaisen, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball, and more. Mecha Japan has more than 12,000 high-quality products from Japan. The prices are great, and the customer service team is very responsive and always happy to answer you in English. It also has worldwide shipping so that you'll be able to get those rare or very rare Japanese products that you can only find available on mechajapan.com. So guys, I love Mecha Japan. I personally picked up this awesome pop-up parade Sukuna figure because you guys know that I love Jujutsu Kaisen. They also have tons of other Jujutsu Kaisen merchandise, figures, and everything in between on Mecha Japan as well. I was also able to get this Zoro figure as well as this Akaza and Tomioka figures as well. So guys, I'll have the link in the description, but also for the next 2 weeks only, if you use my code, you're going to be able to get $10 off of all orders $80 or more. And that's going to be one time per person. So again, use my code for the next 2 weeks, and that's going to be $10 off all orders $80 or more. Again, link in the description. Thanks, guys.
Well, yeah, I think dismantle is like the main regular, like it just has like a base power slash, and then like cleave is the slash where he can adjust it to his target, where he can like essentially change the level of attack power that's behind it to fit whoever he's going up against, whereas dismantle is just kind of like a base slash that, you know, it is what it is, you know, if you're strong enough to deflect it, you can. As seen when like Maharaga just slices that shit away at first, but then when he hits cleave, he kind of like, you see his hand, it kind of like, the cursed energy kind of adjusts when he puts it on Maharaga's head, and then he hits him with it. I'm pretty sure that's like supposed to be the difference, but Weeb is right where when he uses the domain, he specifically designates dismantle to inanimate and cleave to anything with cursed energy, which I imagine is because inanimate objects, it doesn't matter what he hits them with, they'll break, whereas this cleave, it depending on how much cursed energy each individual person in that radius had, you know, yada yada.
Yeah.
Makes so much
Rip
sense.
Maki for dismantle. No, but sorry, one thing I'll say to kind of like add on to Gojo's crazy feat what he did here, because yeah, it was described that like anything with cursed energy cleave will hit, but it also said like it'll adjust to the target's toughness and cursed energy in order to cut them down in one fell swoop or whatever. So assuming that like cleave adjusted to Gojo's cursed energy and toughness, well then the fact that his six eyes and reverse curse technique overpowered that statement of being cut down in one fell swoop, I don't know, it's just crazy to me because it means like every second, millisecond, or whatever, his automatic reverse curse technique is being used and applied faster before cleave can finish through the slice. At least that's how I interpreted that scenario.
I think that's what Gojo also means by, with regard to our curse technique, I'm overwhelmingly stronger. The fact that his curse technique's just working quicker in general. You know what I mean? Like, he's able to work quicker than Sukuna is, so, yeah.
I took that as the sure hit of the domains. Is that if Gojo caught him in the domain of Unlimited Void, he would have just died.
Yes, I take it the same way, because whereas Sukuna's domain can technically be, like Gojo just did, try to run away and get out of it. If he got hit by Unlimited Void, the influx of information, you can't really dodge that.
Yeah, unless he can somehow RDC well enough, like Gojo can, throughout the entire influx of that info, then there's no way he's getting past that. And it's just an infinite amount of info, so he'll have to be infinitesimally, or whatever it is, RTCing for the rest of his life, no matter what. Even like after the domain breaks, if that's how it works or whatever. So it'd pretty much be on the same state as Gojo.
I mean, we kind of have to see that, right? How Sukuna would react to getting hit with Infinite Void. I mean, I assume he would use Wicker Basket because that's like the old school simple domain.
Oh yeah.
But would that even be enough?
I don't think we've seen the last clash in this fight for a domain.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Agreed.
No, especially since they talked about it, like using domains consecutively so much. Like it has to come up again.
I feel like this is just still 100% the beginning of their battle here. It's gonna, if between these two guys, I feel like it's just gonna turn into one of attrition. You know, like it's gonna be a long fought battle. It's not gonna be something that one of them gets caught off guard. They're both supreme sorcerers, the greatest of their day. You know, it's got to be a good fight.
Yeah, what is this part? This is like part 4. Didn't Maki in
Already,
hers
yeah.
like get at least 7 or something? So
Exactly. Yeah. This is shorter than the Naoya fight. I'm raging, bro. What's going on?
I'm gonna hot take, and I don't think this fight is even remotely serious yet. I don't think we're even really in the Gojo versus Sukuna fight until Sukuna's technique is out in the open.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with you there.
100%. 100%.
And thanks, guys, for coming for the breakdown. Always appreciate it. I know we all have difficult schedules and everybody's got their own stuff going on, but I appreciate y'all coming by to get some content out here for the break week. Once again, everyone, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to everyone here. Diavolo does some of the best, if not the best. What would you say your content
kind.
is?
Just like I fully explain series, or more narrate a lot of series in depth, you know what I mean? I'll go over everything that is in a manga, leaving out a lot of the stuff that doesn't matter, like all the niggly like little jokes, but keeping in the majority of the good stuff and making extremely long explained or narrative videos about a bunch of different series.
One of the best
Right.
editors,
Dude.
for sure, in the game.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
Top tier stuff.
Love it.
Quirkless Shinobi, he's more so like me, I guess, content-wise, putting out the topical stuff, going through the reviews and the spoilers. Similar to Weeb, I suppose, and the No Operator's kind of like the mixed bag. He'll have some evergreen stuff. Some
Some bangers.
well, evergreen is like YouTuber
Using
slang.
some behind the scenes lingo over here.
Inside baseball. Yeah, but yeah, subscribe to them. Don't subscribe to me. You know the deal. And thanks, guys. See you in the next one.